Hey, what's up guys? So these are my top 5 tips of how I personally boost my recovery and also make my comeback that much better. If you do like the video, please subscribe down below, give it a thumbs up, and if there's anything else you want to see, just hit me up in the comments down below. So tip number 1 is healthy eating and diet. It's about always sticking to your healthy eating and your diet during your time of injury. It's quite often happens that you get injured and you kind of give up on your diet because you think there's no use, you're not even training. But I promise you, you'll come back and your recovery will be so much better if you're giving your body the nutrients and the healthy food it needs, and water. Staying hydrated is very, very important, and it'll make your recovery just that much better. With healthy eating and diet, I've been eating vegan for the last year, so plant-based sort of diet. I take stuff like Omega 369, I take stuff like calcium, which has got a bit of vitamin D in it as well, vitamin B complex I take, and I take plant protein. This is Kauai, it's like a store down here. So I take plant-based protein, which is like pea protein. For me, it's an insurance policy. If my body absorbs any of these vitamins or anything like that, then so be it, it's better for it. And if not, then it's not the end of the world. What I do is when I went plant-based, I've got on the fridge there, it's a list of kind of vitamins and minerals and trace elements, and obviously your macros, protein, carbs, and fats. And I tracked for a couple of weeks when I was switching over, just to make sure that I was hitting all my macros and also hitting all my vitamins and my trace elements. So I find with these supplements that I've put together for myself, that makes sure, along with, and I'll show you here, Brazil nuts. I don't know if any of you guys are plant-based, but Brazil nuts, and along with all of those, I kind of make sure that I'm hitting 100% of my recommended daily allowance with all of that. So at least I know if I am taking it in. There's also another vitamin B I take, which I'm actually out of. But if I'm getting all that in, I know I'm staying healthy. And even though I was off for a couple of weeks with a foot injury and stuff, I was still making sure that I was taking my vitamins, drinking enough water, staying hydrated, and eating healthy, so that at least my body and everything else was healthy when I came back, even though I'd maybe been sitting and not doing as much exercise as before. So that'll really, really help you. Tip number 2 is foam rolling, and here I've got one of my foam rollers. This is a larger one. You do get smaller ones and stuff at your gyms. Most of them in the stretch areas have foam rollers, and I personally just recommend using a foam roller and keeping with your stretching and your even yoga, if you can do it with whatever your injury is. Whatever training you have when it comes to stretching and mobility and stuff like that, try and keep up with that. Obviously it depends on your injury, but during my foot injury, I made sure I kept on kind of foam rolling the areas that weren't injured. I kept on doing my daily stretches, and that is also going to help you a hell of a lot. Number 3, and that'll be other exercises. As I said yesterday in the last video, you've got to hit everything from every angle when training, and cross-training allows you to do that when you are injured. I got down into my gym downstairs here. I was doing upper body exercises. I was obviously sticking with all my stretches and stuff. Mentally and physically, it's going to be great for you if you just keep on doing whatever exercises you're capable of doing while injured. The 4th thing is me seeing a physio, basically. A physio or a doctor or whatever you need to see. You're going to reach a point where you're kind of deciding whether it's an injury that you actually have to seek professional help with, or it's an injury that's kind of you've had before and it's reoccurring and it's just going to get better. You don't want to sit for too long before seeing a professional. You also don't want to carry on working and doing exercise on top of something that is just going to make it way worse. If you're finding that your injury is not basically getting better and you still can't do it, I really, really suggest maybe going in for a session with a physiotherapist and just getting it checked out. So last but not least, number 5 is rest. Your rest will be super, super important. And if you rest up, at least then you've had your week or couple of weeks off and you can get back to it when you get started. You cannot go and run 20 Ks a day every day with no rest days and expect your body to recover optimally during that time. It's the same thing. You can't go to gym and lift weights every single day, same muscle group, without recovering. The reason why you're going to work out is so that you can recover and therefore get better or get bigger or get stronger or whatever your focus is on. So rest and recovery is really, really important. So that's about it, guys. That's basically the 5 quick tips. It's super easy stuff. Most of you probably know it already, but those are just the 5 things that I personally try and stick to and make mental note of, so that I can just basically get back to whatever activity I want to do as fast as possible. Hope you all have a great weekend. Keep safe out there, run hard, cycle hard, enjoy yourself, and I'll catch you guys next week.